Welcome back once again, all my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very simple, very delicious keto meal recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make easy, delicious keto chicken and dumplings. Now you might have already seen on my channel that I do have a recipe for chicken and dumplings, but this is an updated, easier, tastier version of this. I really like this version a lot better than the other version. And the great thing about chicken and dumplings is you can get as creative as you want. You don't even have to use chicken. You can use any type of meat you want. In fact, it's a great way to use your leftover turkey from Thanksgiving. Turkey and dumplings instead of chicken and dumplings, right? It's great. I've done it before. It's good. So if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out videos, at least every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while you do all that, let's get cooking. Place 6 tablespoons of butter in a 5-quart saucepan or stock pot over medium-high heat. Stir the butter occasionally over medium-high heat until it completely melts. Add 2 carrots that have been finely sliced. It's about 1 cup once they're all sliced up. And 2 celery stalks that have been finely sliced. And again, that's about another 1 cup of the celery once it's been finely sliced. You can adjust the amount of carrots or celery according to your personal taste. You can also chop them as thick or fine as you want. I like mine chopped nice and fine. I don't want to bite into a huge chunk of carrot or celery, so nice and fine. Once you've added the carrots and celery, stir everything together to fully coat the vegetables with the butter. Allow the vegetables to cook over medium heat for about 5 minutes or just until the vegetables are slightly softened. While they're cooking, make sure you just stir them occasionally. That way they don't stick to the bottom of your pan or anything. Add 10 grams or around 1.5 tablespoons of coconut flour. And continually stir it over medium heat for at least 1 minute so that everything is fully combined and the coconut flour begins to absorb the butter. Add 32 ounces or around 4 cups of chicken broth or the broth of your choice, 12 ounces or around 1.5 cups of full-fat canned coconut milk or the milk of your choice. Stir everything together until everything is fully combined. Add 1 pound of shredded or chopped cooked chicken. I'm just using some leftover chicken thighs that I made the other day. I just chopped them up. You can use whatever chicken you want. Just make sure it is cooked all the way. Sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 teaspoon of dry thyme. You can change or adjust these seasonings according to your personal taste. Add a little bit of salt and pepper to your personal taste. Stir everything all together until everything is fully combined. Then bring the mixture to a low boil. Reduce the heat to medium-low and allow it to simmer while you're making the dumplings. For the dumplings, in a large mixing bowl, combine 112 grams or around 1 cup of coconut flour, 5 grams or around 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 26 grams or around a 1/4 cup of golden flaxseed meal, 2 grams or around a 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum or psyllium husk powder. This is going to help give your dough some flexibility so that when you are shaping the dumplings, your dough will hold together. We're not using eggs or anything else in this dumpling recipe, so between the flaxseed meal and the xanthan gum or psyllium husk powder, that is what is going to bind your dumplings together. So you cannot skip this. You need the xanthan gum or a xanthan gum substitute to keep your dumplings together. Add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and around 2 teaspoons of the dry herbs or dry seasonings of your choice. I'm using garlic powder, dried parsley, dried oregano, and a little bit of dried sage. You can use whatever you want, whatever flavor you want your dumplings to be. Sift everything all together until everything is fully combined and there are no lumps in the dry ingredients. Add 120 grams or around 3/4 cup of the full-fat canned coconut milk or milk of your choice, and 4 tablespoons of butter that's been melted and cooled. Stir everything all together until everything is fully combined and all the dry ingredients are moist. Gradually stir in about a 1/2 cup of room temperature water until everything is fully combined. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push the dough to the center of the bowl. Then use your hands and press the dough into a ball and massage the ball just for about 20 to 30 seconds until a smooth dough has formed. At first, when you're mixing this together, it's going to look like your dough is not going to come together. But as you form it into the ball and as you massage it in your hands, it should come together and should hold its shape really well. You just want to add enough moisture to this dough to help it to keep its shape together. So at this point, you're going to have a little bit more of a stiffer dough, but it will soften as you're massaging it and everything should hold together really well. If it seems like it's not coming together and it's not holding its shape, then just gradually add small amounts of water until your dough comes together and holds its shape. Once you've massaged it, form it back into a ball, place it back into your mixing bowl, and allow it to sit for just about 2 minutes or so. Remember, as I said, there's no eggs in this, so you want your ingredients to settle in really well. After your dough has set for a couple minutes, scoop the dough out around 2 to 3 tablespoons at a time, depending on how big you want your dumplings to be. I scooped it out about 2 tablespoons at a time. Then roll each scoop into a smooth ball or whatever shape you're wanting your dumplings to be. That is all up to you. You scoop it out to whatever size and whatever shape you want. I like to scoop mine out 2 tablespoons at a time and roll it into a nice smooth ball. When you are scooping your dumplings out, make sure you keep the dough nice and tight together. That way, when you go to drop it into your stew, it doesn't fall apart. Once all the dumplings have been shaped, then carefully drop the dumplings one at a time into your boiling soup. Make sure your soup is boiling, and make sure when you drop the dumplings, you drop them one at a time and not all in one area. Make sure as you're dropping them, you're spreading them out throughout the soup and that you are making sure that each one is fully covered by the soup. Once all the dumplings have been added, then bring the soup back up to a low boil. Then cover the pan, reduce the heat to low, and simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes or until the dumplings are no longer sticky. After 20 to 25 minutes, the way you know that your dumplings are done is you should be able to use a fork and take a dumpling out of the soup, then use the fork and cut the dumpling open. And your dumplings should not be sticky anywhere at all. It should open easily. It should just have a wet bread type texture. Once your dumplings are done and everything's cooked, then turn off the heat. Carefully spoon your desired amount of the chicken and dumpling mixture into a serving bowl of your choice. You can eat this immediately. If you do have any leftovers, allow it to cool completely. Then store it into an airtight container and place it in your refrigerator for up to 3 days. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.